All right, I don't know how much help I could be with this game, Guts and Blackpowder. I'll just go over my thoughts and what you need to do for this event. I can go over by detail, but if you're like new to this game, your best bet is to get it over with. Because a lot of people, I don't know, this game is popular and there's pretty good people at this game, right? I don't expect them to be grinding this because it's in a separate server list. I'm not sure how that works, to be honest with you. Maybe it could still be chosen, but I could be wrong. But basically, if you play early, you're gonna get some good people on your team that just want to do the event and they play the game a lot. So do it quick. You don't have to be alive till the end, but you do have to be spawned in. There is checkpoints. Eventually, you will respawn if you do spawn in like this. You will respawn eventually, right? So the basics here. I'm dead, but I can explain. I don't know exactly where he's finding this, but there's one guy, not this guy. One guy is getting silver and putting it into the cauldron in the kitchen. He'll do 11 times. Of course, I don't know what's there before this because I wasn't here for it, but he's going to the cauldron and putting it in, and you can see 8 out of 11. So he's around the map finding silver while this one guy is kind of distracting Dracula. He can't do damage to Dracula. It's just how it is. So he's running around the map. I'm maybe a way to see through the walls. I'm not sure. I can't see it in spectator. I can see the cauldron through the wall. But anyways, that's it. So get 11 silver. Eventually he picks it up. And then it will let you pick up silver bullets. So you can see here. Eventually, he's walking around the map, and he gets to the 11th one. Finds silver. And once he puts it in, you have to wait for it to cool down. Then he picks up the silver bullets. When picking up the silver bullets, that lets your gun will now have bullets. So whenever time you reload, you always have silver bullets basically. So you'll see here, waiting for Dracula to spawn. He shoots him one time, and once you shoot it one time, then you get a respawn checkpoint. Now, you as a person, you have to go now into the mansion, and everybody should go to the kitchen. The kitchen, your gun will not do any damage right now. You don't have the silver bullets. You just spawned in, so you have to go to the kitchen, which is not that far from where we just spawned, and get the bullets so you can shoot Dracula and do damage to him. So we're gonna head over to the kitchen real quick. It's my first time in this map, but I think I figured it out pretty quickly here. Where he is. Dracula could spawn multiple times in different spots, so but they're all the same technically. So eventually we found the dining room, and remember the dining room? Okay, dining room, yeah, and then the kitchen's on the left side of the dining room. So head inside the kitchen, pick up the silver bullets. You should see a power up, I think. I see on the bottom right there, the bullet symbol. That means you have silver bullets. Now, when you shoot Dracula, you will now do damage to him. Now you don't know how much damage you're doing to him. I don't know, but as long as you see the red flash and the sound effect ahead of him, then that is doing damage. How much damage? I don't know, but you're gonna reload the musket a lot to do this. Now, one thing to be careful about, there is other mobs or NPCs like this little knight guy. I wasn't a knight that could spawn around like that right there. You do gotta be careful because they are just like random statues or displays around the map. So if you walk by it, they will spawn in or will activate. So that's that. So we just do enough damage to Dracula in order to get to the next phase. So I just 1v1ing it, whatever. And then eventually, it said to, I was getting chased actually, to, here we go. Dracula has returned to the master bedroom. So master bedroom is this, we see where we are right now. There's a purple light. That is where the master bedroom is, I'm pretty sure. So, actually, am I lying about that? Maybe, I don't know. I think, no, yeah. So the purple light right there. So this like pillar looking thing is where you head up. You head up here. And this is where the bedroom is, a bunch of coffins. When you head up there, there's gonna be some thrall that spawn in. And then Dracula will be attacking as well. So you gotta defend the waves, and then still shoot him to keep doing damage to him. Okay, so keep doing damage. Make sure you have the bullets. People out here didn't have any bullets, I'm pretty sure. Some of them did. Some did. Not everybody did. That's for sure. So I die here because I have 1 HP. I was on sliver of health, so that's fine. But they're gonna keep fighting until eventually, as long as they do enough damage here, as you can see here, they do enough damage. So they shot him, and then there's a crucifix in this coffin over there to pick it up, and it pushes Dracula into the coffin, like so. And then they pick up the stake from the coffin, they stab him, and then eventually, stab him enough, it will go ahead and give you the badge. Now, I don't, I'm not alive, so I'm a badge bottom right. I'm not alive, but I'm assuming it gives to everybody. I would assume, that should be fine. I think, um, and as long as you at least spawned in and maybe did some damage, maybe it's fine. I don't know how it works, but there we go. Next up, you're gonna go back to the menu and click on the next map, which is the Sleepy Hollow. Now, this one, it's a bit harder, obviously, but people know what to do. So the best thing to do is pick a class, whatever. And it's a bit laggy for some reason, so I joined in another one, and then it spawned me into fresh one. So fresh one, this one is just a part one of the boss fight. Very simple. The first part, just follow your team. Honestly, just you can die. You will respawn in part two, but whatever, up to you if you don't want to walk around. But here's that. So I'm just gonna keep going here. I die. They have to basically, it's gonna start to lag. We have to get the skull, put it in the windmill here or whatever, and then it goes up, and then eventually they go to this bridge over here and the ferry, and then the ferry takes a part two. That's it. Anyways, then we have part two. This server is lagging a lot, but the main strat people like to do is head to the very back side over here where there's like bridge, dock looking area, and they set up a bunch of barriers. I just like AFK for a bit because it's just super laggy, but it worked eventually. All you're really doing to do damage to the Headless Horseman is just shooting it. You don't melee. I don't think people say melee doesn't work on it. I could be wrong, but that's what people said yesterday before the event started. I was prepping myself doing this boss fight before. But all you're doing is just shooting it, shooting the boss, and you doing damage to it when you hear the sound effect of him taking damage, and if you actually hit them, then it's gonna be a red flash basically. So you can see here, like, I think I shoot him one time here, if I could figure it out. There's no more lag here. There, see I shot right there. So I did damage to him right there. So eventually, you just gotta just keep shooting him, and that's it. That's nothing else really with it. Just very laggy for some reason today. So you can see here, the final bullet, someone just shot him, coming up to us, and you can see here, I was still alive, so it's fine. I should give badges to everybody though who has the other one before. So you can see here, Headless Horseman's coming up to the left side here. Someone shoots him, and there we go. The badge has been given. We get the badge at the bottom right there, and that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I mean, this is the best I could do. I'm not a pro at this game, but just giving a little bit of insight on how it's going and how it's done. You can see if you play the game, if you do play this game, wondering what you get a jack-o'-lantern utility for that, and then I think it tells you when you click change map, you hover over it, and I think it shows you what you earn from it. So like, I don't know, I think it shows it here. If I do this, pause the video, hard equals special. I don't know what that means. Maybe you could do a harder version, I guess. So it's like a utility here. Oh, you get it, something else. I mean, that's what, oh, I see. Maybe actually, I guess you can get something extra for doing something even a harder version of it, maybe. I don't know. But there you go. You get some other stuff over here for that. Anyways, that's the video. That's it.